Close your eyes for a moment. Picture the life you've always dreamed of, every detail, every moment of joy, every feeling of accomplishment. Can you see it? Can you feel it? Now, let me ask you something. What if I told you that this dream isn't just some distant possibility? What if I told you it's already real, already waiting? And the only thing standing between you and that reality is your ability to believe it into existence. Pause for a moment and truly reflect. How much of your life have you spent yearning, wishing, or hoping? How many times have you told yourself one day it will happen? But here's the truth. No one ever told you it's not the universe holding back, it's not luck, and it's not timing. The power to bring your dreams to life has always been within you. It doesn't rely on external factors. It relies on the thoughts you think, the beliefs you hold, and the energy you project. Yes, you right here, right now, are the creator of your destiny. You see, the universe doesn't discriminate between what you want and what you fear. It doesn't judge the desires of your heart. It simply responds to the energy you give out. Think about that for a moment. Every thought, every belief, and every emotion you've sent out has been crafting the reality you're living today. The question is, are you sending the right signals? Now, here's where it gets even more powerful. Manifestation isn't about wishful thinking, it's about stepping into a new reality before it even appears. It's about asking with clarity, believing with unwavering faith, and receiving with open arms. Most people stop at the asking. They dream big, they pray, they visualize, but then doubt creeps in. They ask, but they don't truly believe. They hope, but they don't truly feel the joy of already having it. And that, my friend, is the missing link. But you're not here to settle for less. You're here because you're ready to unlock the secret that changes everything. You're here to understand how to move past hope and step into certainty. You're here to learn how to take control of your life and manifest a future that feels like magic. So let me ask you this. Are you ready to stop wishing and start believing? Are you ready to harness the power within you to create a life beyond your wildest dreams? Because once you understand this secret, once you learn how to ask, believe, and receive, you'll never see the world the same way again. What you desire is not a question of if, it's a question of when. And the answer is simple: when you are ready to believe it's already yours. Now let's unlock the power that's been waiting inside you all along. Let's discover how to turn your dreams into reality. Everything in your life right now, every achievement, every struggle, every opportunity is a direct reflection of the thoughts you have consistently entertained. Take a moment to truly grasp the power of this concept. Your mind is not just a passive observer of the world around you. It is the architect of your existence. The quality of your thoughts determines the quality of your reality. And the sooner you realize this truth, the sooner you can begin to shape the life you've always envisioned. Think about it. Every invention, every groundbreaking idea, every moment of transformation in human history started as a single thought. The chair you're sitting on, the device you're reading this on, the house you live in, all of it once existed solely in someone's imagination. That's the incredible power of thought. It's not just something that happens in your mind, it's the first step in the creation process. When you think, you send out an energetic signal to the universe, setting events in motion to align with your dominant thoughts. But here's the challenge: most people don't realize the power they wield. They allow their minds to dwell on fears, doubts, and limitations, and then wonder why their lives seem to mirror those same struggles. Your mind is a fertile garden, and every thought is a seed. What are you planting? Are you sowing seeds of abundance, joy, and success? Or are you unconsciously planting seeds of lack, fear, and despair? Now, let me ask you this: how often do you catch yourself saying things like, "I'll never be able to do that," or "It's too late for me"? These aren't just fleeting thoughts. They are self-fulfilling prophecies. The mind doesn't know the difference between a joke a passing comment, or a deeply held belief. Whatever you repeatedly think about, you teach your mind to accept as truth. And once your mind accepts it, your reality begins to align with that belief. But here's the good news. Just as easily as you can think negative thoughts, you can choose to think empowering ones. You can train your mind to focus on possibilities instead of problems, opportunities instead of obstacles. It's not about denying the challenges you face. It's about choosing to see them as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. When you begin to consciously direct your thoughts, you'll notice a shift not just in your mindset, but in your circumstances as well. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools you can use to shape your thoughts and, by extension, your reality. Close your eyes and picture your ideal life. See it in vivid detail. What do you see? What do you hear? The more you engage your senses in this process, the more real it becomes in your mind. And here's the magical part. Your mind doesn't distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is real. By repeatedly visualizing your desired outcome, you condition your mind to believe it's already yours. But shaping your reality through thought isn't just about imagination, it's also about consistency. One positive thought isn't enough to change your life. Just like one workout isn't enough to transform your body. It's the thoughts you think day in and day out that define your reality. This is why daily affirmations, journaling, and mindfulness practices are so effective. They help you create a habit of focusing on what you want, rather than what you fear. Your thoughts are like a compass, constantly pointing you toward the direction of your dominant beliefs. If you find yourself stuck, it's not because life is against you, it's because your thoughts are leading you in circles. The moment you decide to take control of your mind, to intentionally choose thoughts that align with your highest potential, is the moment everything begins to shift. The mind is like a muscle, and just like any muscle, it grows stronger with use. At first, it may feel unnatural to replace a negative thought with a positive one. It may feel strange to affirm your greatness when you've spent years doubting yourself. But with time and practice, this new way of thinking will become your default. And when it does, the world around you will start to reflect the change within. Faith is a force so powerful that it can move mountains, not just the physical ones, but the mountains of doubt, fear, and impossibility that stand in the way of your dreams. Faith is not merely a wish or a fleeting hope. It is the unshakable conviction that what you desire is already on its way to you, even when there's no visible evidence to support it. It is the bridge that connects the world of the unseen to the world of the seen, turning the intangible into the tangible. Think of faith as the foundation of a great accomplishment. Before a building rises from the ground, there must be belief in the blueprint. Before a seed sprouts into a tree, there is an unseen trust in the soil, the rain, and the sun to do their part. In the same way, your faith is the foundation of your dreams. It doesn't matter if others can't see what you see. What matters is that you believe in it with every fiber of your being. Faith requires you to let go of the how and focus on the why. Too often, we get caught up in trying to figure out every step of the journey before we even begin. We want to see the entire staircase before we take the first step. But faith doesn't work that way. Faith asks you to step out onto the path, even if the next step isn't fully illuminated. It asks you to trust that as you move forward, the way will reveal itself. One of the most powerful aspects of faith is that it shifts your energy. When you truly believe in the fulfillment of your desires, you operate from a place of confidence and certainty rather than doubt and fear. This shift in energy doesn't just change how you feel. It changes the opportunities and experiences that are drawn to you. Faith is like a magnet, pulling the resources, people, and circumstances you need toward you. It aligns you with the frequency of your dreams, making them inevitable rather than improbable. Faith is not blind, it sees beyond what is visible to the physical eye. It sees possibilities where others see obstacles. It sees potential where others see limitations. It is the quiet voice that whispers, keep going. Don't give up. What you seek is just around the corner. Without faith, It's easy to give up when things get tough. But with faith, challenges become temporary and setbacks become setups for greater things. Faith is also deeply tied to imagination. To have faith is to see with your mind what your eyes cannot yet perceive. It is to live in the reality of your dreams as though they already exist. This is not delusion, it is creation. Every great innovator, artist, or leader first envisioned their success in their mind before it became a reality. They believed in the unseen, and that belief made it visible to the rest of the world. But here's the thing, faith is not something you summon only in moments of inspiration. It is a daily practice, a conscious choice to trust in the unseen forces working in your favor. It is the discipline of holding on to your vision even when the evidence seems to contradict it. When doubt creeps in, faith is the decision to stand firm, to remind yourself of your purpose, and to keep moving forward. Faith is not passive. It requires action. It's not enough to say you believe. You must live as though what you desire is already on its way. This means making decisions, taking steps, and carrying yourself as though your dreams are already real. Faith in motion creates momentum, and momentum creates results. Every action you take from a place of faith sends a powerful message to the universe. I am ready. There's a profound truth in the saying, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Faith gives your dreams substance. It makes them real in your mind long before they manifest in the physical world. It allows you to hold on to your vision when others lose theirs. It keeps you grounded in possibility when circumstances try to convince you otherwise. Faith is the difference between wishing for something and knowing it's yours. When you cultivate this unshakable belief, you unlock a power within you that is greater than any obstacle, greater than any doubt, and greater than any fear. Imagination is the birthplace of every dream, every invention, and every breakthrough humanity has ever achieved. It is not just a whimsical daydream, it is the most powerful tool you possess for shaping your reality. Your imagination has no boundaries, no limitations. It is infinite in its capacity to create, envision, and bring to life the world you desire. The question is, are you using this power to its fullest potential, or are you letting it lie dormant while life passes you by? Consider this, everything that exists in the physical world began as a thought in someone's mind. The towering skyscrapers in bustling cities, the life-changing technology you use every day, even the books and art that inspire you, all of it was once just an idea, an image in someone's imagination. The power of imagination is so profound that it can turn what seems impossible into undeniable reality. Yet, most people underestimate it, dismissing it as fantasy instead of recognizing it as the first step toward creation. Imagination allows you to see beyond your current circumstances, to envision a reality that is greater than the one you're living right now. It acts as a bridge between where you are and where you want to be. When you close your eyes and picture your ideal life, the house, the relationships, the career, the freedom, you are activating the creative power within you. That vision is not a mere fantasy. It is the blueprint for what can become real. Your imagination is the starting point of manifestation. But here's the truth that few understand. The mind cannot differentiate between what is vividly imagined and what is real. When you immerse yourself in a mental image with all your senses, you begin to condition your mind to accept it as truth. This process is what sets the wheels of manifestation in motion. The more you see it, the more you believe it. And the more you believe it, the more the universe aligns to bring it into existence. Imagination is not just about seeing, it's about feeling. When you imagine your dream life, don't just visualize it, feel it. What does it feel like to wake up in that dream home, to experience the joy of that fulfilling career, to embrace the love of your ideal partner? Engage all your senses. Hear the sound, smell the air, and taste the sweetness of that reality. The emotions tied to your imagination are what give it power. They amplify the energy you send out, drawing your desires closer to you. One of the greatest secrets of imagination is that it allows you to live in the end. To live in the end means to act, think, and feel as though you are already the person you aspire to be. It's about embodying the energy of that reality here and now. When you live in the end, you are no longer wishing or hoping, you are claiming what is already yours. This shift in mindset is what transforms your dreams from distant possibilities into inevitable outcomes. Imagination also frees you from the chains of the past. Too often we allow our previous failures, limitations, or circumstances to dictate what we believe is possible. But your imagination is not bound by your past, it is a canvas for your future. It allows you to rewrite your story, to create a version of yourself that is stronger, wiser, and more capable than ever before. It invites you to dream without fear, to envision without restraint, and to create without limits. Now let's address the common trap: using imagination against yourself. Every time you picture worst-case scenarios, every time you dwell on fear or doubt, you are using your imagination to create what you don't want. This is why it's crucial to guard your mind. Be intentional about the images you hold in your thoughts. Focus on what you want, not what you fear. Train your imagination to work for you, not against you. Imagination is the ultimate rehearsal for reality. When you consistently imagine your success, you prepare yourself to step into it when the opportunity arises. Your actions, your decisions, and even your body language begin to align with the version of you that already exists in your mind. This alignment is what draws the people, resources, and circumstances necessary to make your vision real. Remember, your imagination is not limited by logic, practicality, or the opinions of others. It doesn't matter if what you dream seems impossible to someone else. The only thing that matters is whether you believe it. The world may not see your vision yet, but that's because it's yours to create. Your imagination is a gift, a sacred tool that holds the power to turn your dreams into a reality far greater than anything you've experienced before. Use it boldly and watch as it transforms your life. Energy is the language of the universe, and everything you experience in life is a reflection of the energy you project. It is not your words, your wishes, or even your actions alone that shape your reality, it is the energy behind them. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, and every belief you hold sends out a vibration, a frequency that the universe responds to with precision. This isn't guesswork, it's a law as fundamental as gravity. You attract not what you want, but what you are. Think of yourself as a powerful broadcasting tower. Your thoughts and emotions are signals that you are constantly emitting into the world. The universe, like a perfect mirror, reflects those signals back to you in the form of experiences, relationships, and opportunities. If your energy is rooted in fear, doubt, or lack, then life will hand you situations that match those vibrations. On the other hand, when your energy radiates confidence, joy, and abundance, you begin to draw those very things into your life. Here's where the magic lies: energy doesn't lie. You can say all the right words, you can even take the right actions. But if your energy doesn't align with what you're trying to create, it won't happen. This is why affirmations and visualizations only work when they are backed by genuine belief and emotion. The universe doesn't respond to empty words, it responds to the feelings and energy behind them. If you say, "I am wealthy," but deep down you feel unworthy or afraid, the energy you're emitting is one of lack, not abundance. The key is to align your energy with the reality you desire. Start by becoming deeply aware of the emotions you are carrying every day. Are you focused on gratitude, joy, and possibility? Or are you dwelling in worry, frustration, and fear? Your emotions are the indicators of your energy, and they give you a clear picture of the vibration you're currently sending out. Shifting your focus to positive emotions isn't just a feel-good exercise, it's the foundation of aligning with the life you want. One of the fastest ways to elevate your energy is through gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have, creating an immediate sense of abundance. When you feel grateful, you tell the universe, "I have enough and I am ready for more." This energy of sufficiency and contentment is magnetic. It draws more reasons to feel grateful into your life. Gratitude isn't just a mindset, it's a vibrational frequency that signals to the universe that you are ready to receive. Your energy is also amplified by the company you keep and the environment you live in. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, inspire you, and encourage you to dream bigger. Energy is contagious, and being in the presence of positive, high frequency individuals will naturally elevate your own vibration. Conversely, environments filled with negativity, doubt, or criticism will drag your energy down, making it harder to attract what you desire. It's important to understand that energy alignment is not about being perfect. You don't have to be happy every moment of every day. Life will bring challenges, and emotions like frustration or sadness are natural and necessary. The goal isn't to suppress these feelings, but to process them and return to a state of alignment as quickly as possible. The more consistently you can maintain a high vibration, the more effortlessly you will attract the life you want. Visualization is another powerful way to raise your energy. When you imagine your desired reality with vivid clarity, you begin to embody the feelings and energy of that life. This process creates a vibrational match between you and your dream, pulling it closer to you. But it's not enough to just see it, you must feel it. Emotions like excitement, joy, and certainty amplify the signal you send out, making it impossible for the universe to ignore. One of the most profound truths about energy is this: what you focus on grows. If you focus on obstacles, they will seem insurmountable. If you focus on opportunities, they will multiply. The universe expands whatever you give your attention to, so choose wisely. Your energy is your currency in the world of manifestation, and how you spend it determines what you receive. Lastly, remember that the universe doesn't operate on your timeline. Just because something hasn't appeared yet doesn't mean it isn't on its way. The energy you project today sets the foundation for what you'll experience tomorrow. Trust the process, maintain your alignment, and know that the universe is always responding to the signals you send. When your energy matches the frequency of your desires, manifestation becomes inevitable. Action is the language of belief. It's one thing to say you have faith, to speak words of confidence and conviction, but true faith shows itself in the steps you take. Action is what bridges the gap between desire and reality, between dreaming and achieving. Without action, even the most vivid dreams remain nothing more than fantasies. It is through consistent, intentional effort that you demonstrate to yourself and to the universe that you are ready to receive what you desire. Think of action as the physical manifestation of your faith. When you act as if your dream is already on its way, you send a powerful signal to the universe that you're not just hoping or wishing, you're preparing. This preparation creates momentum, and momentum is the lifeblood of manifestation. The steps you take, no matter how small, build the energy and circumstances needed to bring your dreams into reality. But here's the truth: action is not always easy. It often requires stepping out of your comfort zone, taking risks, and doing things that feel uncomfortable or uncertain. This is where faith comes into play. Faith isn't just believing that your dream is possible. It's acting as though it's already yours, even when the path ahead is unclear. It's waking up every day and moving forward, even when the results aren't immediate or visible. The beauty of action is that it doesn't have to be perfect. Too often, people wait for the right time or the perfect plan before taking the first step. They tell themselves they need more preparation, more knowledge, or more resources. But the truth is, the perfect time is an illusion. The only way to create momentum is to start right where you are, with what you have. The act of starting, no matter how small, sends a clear message to the universe: I'm serious about this. Action also requires alignment. It's not about being busy for the sake of being busy. It's about taking intentional steps that align with your desires. Ask yourself, is what I'm doing today bringing me closer to my goal, or is it simply filling time? True action is purposeful. It's driven by a vision, guided by faith, and executed with focus. When your actions align with your intentions, they become incredibly powerful. One of the most common misconceptions about action is that it has to be dramatic or monumental to make a difference. In reality, it's the small, consistent steps that create the most significant change. Think about it: mountains are climbed one step at a time, Books are written one word at a time, and fortunes are built one decision at a time. It's not about doing everything at once, it's about showing up every single day and doing something, however small, that moves you closer to your dream. Action also transforms you in ways that go beyond the immediate goal. Each step you builds confidence, strengthens your resolve, and teaches you valuable lessons. It's through action that you discover what works and what doesn't, that you refine your vision and grow into the person capable of living the life you desire. Every failure, every setback, every moment of doubt becomes a stepping stone when you're willing to act in spite of them. There's also a kind of magic that happens when you take action. Doors begin to open that you didn't even know existed. Opportunities arise, connections are made, and resources appear, all because you had the courage to take the first step. The universe responds to movement, and it rewards those who are willing to put their faith into motion. Sitting still and waiting for things to happen will never produce the same results as stepping out and making things happen. Perhaps the most transformative aspect of action is the shift it creates in your mindset. When you act as if your dream is already yours, you begin to embody the energy of that reality. You carry yourself differently, think differently, and make decisions from a place of abundance rather than lack. This alignment between your actions and your beliefs is what accelerates the manifestation process. Action is not about forcing outcomes or trying to control every detail. It's about doing your part and trusting that the universe will meet you halfway. It's about planting seeds and nurturing them, knowing that growth takes time, but also knowing that the harvest is inevitable. Every action you take is a vote of confidence in your dream and a declaration to the universe that you are ready to receive. When you combine belief with bold, consistent action, there's nothing you cannot achieve. Letting go of resistance and doubt is one of the most crucial steps in the journey of manifestation. It's not enough to desire your dreams, to visualize them, or even to take action toward them. If you're holding on to fear, worry, or an obsessive need to control the outcome, you're unintentionally blocking the very things you're trying to attract. Letting go doesn't mean giving up, it means releasing the mental and emotional barriers that stand between you and the life you desire. Resistance often comes in the form of overthinking. You might find yourself constantly asking, how is this going to happen? When will it happen? What if it doesn't happen? These questions, while natural, create a sense of doubt and tension. They signal to the universe that you're not fully trusting the process. The truth is, the how and when are not your responsibility. Your job is to focus on the what and the why, what you desire and why it's important to you. The universe takes care of the rest. Doubt, on the other hand, is the silent killer of dreams. It creeps in when you least expect it, whispering thoughts like, maybe I'm not good enough, or what if this isn't meant for me? But here's the thing, doubt is nothing more than a lack of belief in your own power. It's a reflection of past fears, failures, or conditioning that has no place in the future you're creating. To let go of doubt, you must replace it with faith, not blind faith, but a deep, unwavering conviction that what you desire is already yours. Letting go requires trust that the universe is working behind the scenes in ways you can't see or understand. Imagine planting a seed. You don't dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You water it, give it sunlight, and trust that nature will do its part. In the same way, once you've set your intentions and taken aligned action, you must trust the process. Obsessing over the outcome only delays it, much like overwatering a plant can cause it to wither. Another form of resistance is the need for control. Many people feel the urge to micromanage every aspect of their journey, trying to force things to happen in a specific way. But control is an illusion. The most beautiful manifestations often come in unexpected ways, through paths you could never have planned or predicted. When you let go of the need to control, you open yourself up to infinite possibilities. You allow the universe to work its magic, bringing you outcomes far greater than anything you could have imagined. Letting go also means releasing attachment to the outcome. This doesn't mean you stop caring about your goals, it means you release the desperation and fear of losing them. Attachment creates a vibration of lack, signaling to the universe that you don't truly believe in the abundance that's available to you. Instead, adopt a mindset of detachment. Know that whether or not your dream arrives in the exact form you envision, you are whole, complete, and capable of thriving. This attitude of sufficiency creates space for your desires to flow effortlessly into your life. One of the most effective ways to let go is through mindfulness and meditation. These practices help you become aware of your thoughts and emotions, allowing you to identify and release resistance as it arises. When you meditate, you quiet the noise of doubt and fear, reconnecting with the deeper part of yourself that knows everything is unfolding perfectly. In this state of inner peace, you can surrender to the flow of life, trusting that all is well. Gratitude is another powerful tool for letting go. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you shift your attention away from what's missing and onto what's already present. This shift in focus dissolves resistance and creates a sense of ease and abundance. Gratitude tells the universe that you are ready to receive more, because you appreciate what you already have. It transforms your energy, making it easier to let go of worry and embrace trust. Lastly, letting go is a practice, not a one-time event. It's a skill you develop over time as you learn to trust yourself and the universe more deeply. Every time you catch yourself worrying, doubting, or resisting, gently remind yourself to release those thoughts. Replace them with affirmations of trust and faith, like everything is working out for my highest good, or I trust the timing of my life. Over time, letting go will become second nature, and you'll find that your desires manifest more easily and effortlessly. Letting go isn't about surrendering your dreams, it's about surrendering the struggle. It's about embracing flow over for force, trust over tension, and faith over fear. When you release resistance, you create the space for miracles to unfold, for opportunities to appear, and for your dreams to manifest in ways that feel natural and aligned. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces in the universe, yet it's often overlooked or underestimated. It's more than just saying thank you or feeling good in fleeting moments. It's a transformative state of being that has the ability to shift your energy, change your perspective, and open the door to limitless abundance. When you practice gratitude, you align yourself with the frequency of abundance, sending a clear signal to the universe that you are ready to receive more of the good things life has to offer. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how focusing on what you don't have only seems to amplify feelings of lack? When you dwell on what's missing in your life, you create a vibration of scarcity. That energy pushes away the very things you desire. Gratitude, on the other hand, flips the script. By appreciating what you already have, no matter how small it may seem, you shift your focus from lack to abundance. This simple but profound shift is the foundation of manifestation. Gratitude works like a magnifying glass. It amplifies whatever you place it on. When you're grateful for the little things, you begin to notice more and more reasons to be grateful. That morning cup of coffee, the sunshine on your face, the roof over your head, each moment of appreciation creates a ripple effect that attracts more blessings into your life. The universe responds to gratitude with more opportunities, more resources, and more experiences that match the energy of thankfulness. But gratitude is not just about saying thank you for what's already present, it's about cultivating a sense of appreciation for what is on its way. This is where gratitude becomes a powerful tool for manifestation. When you express thanks for your desires as if they are already fulfilled, you align yourself with the reality of having them. For example, instead of saying, I hope I'll find success someday, say, I am so grateful for the success that is already unfolding in my life. This mindset doesn't just attract abundance, it accelerates its arrival. Gratitude also changes the way you see challenges and setbacks. Instead of viewing obstacles as barriers, you begin to see them as opportunities for growth and redirection. When you can find something to be grateful for, even in the midst of difficulty, you shift your energy from resistance to acceptance. This doesn't mean you ignore your struggles, it means you acknowledge them while choosing to focus on the lessons they bring. Gratitude transforms problems into stepping stones and failures into stepping ladders. One of the most beautiful aspects of gratitude is its ability to keep you grounded in the present moment. So often we get caught up in chasing the next big thing that we forget to appreciate the beauty of what we already have. Gratitude anchors you in the here and now, reminding you that even if your ultimate goals haven't yet materialized, there is so much to celebrate in the journey. This presence of mind creates a sense of peace and fulfillment that no external achievement can provide. Gratitude is also a catalyst for joy. When you focus on what you're thankful for, your mood naturally lifts, your stress levels decrease, and your outlook becomes more optimistic. This isn't just an emotional response, it's a scientific one. Studies have shown that gratitude boosts dopamine and serotonin levels in the brain, creating feelings of happiness and contentment. And when you're in a state of joy, you become a magnet for positive experiences. Joyful energy attracts opportunities, relationships, and circumstances that match its frequency. Practicing gratitude doesn't have to be complicated. Start with a simple daily habit, like writing down 3 things you're grateful for each morning. These don't have to be monumental. Small moments of kindness, beauty, or progress are just as powerful. The act of writing them down reinforces their importance and trains your mind to seek out the good in every situation. Over time, this practice rewires your brain to focus on abundance rather than scarcity. Another powerful way to cultivate gratitude is through visualization. Close your eyes and imagine the life you desire. Picture it as if it's already real, and allow yourself to feel a deep sense of gratitude for it. This isn't about pretending, it's about embodying the energy of having already received your desires. When you combine gratitude with visualization, you create a powerful energetic blueprint that the universe can't help but respond to. Gratitude also strengthens your connection with others. When you express appreciation for the people in your life, you deepen your relationships and create a positive feedback loop of love and support. This energy extends beyond your immediate circle, spreading outward and attracting more meaningful connections into your life. Gratitude in this sense becomes a bridge to abundance, not only in material terms but also in emotional and spiritual fulfillment. At its core, gratitude is a declaration of trust. It says to the universe, I know that I am supported. I know that I am cared for. And I know that my needs will always be met. This trust creates a sense of ease and flow in your life, removing the resistance that often blocks manifestation. When you live in a state of gratitude, you become a vessel for abundance, allowing it to flow to you effortlessly and in ways that exceed your expectations. Everything you've ever desired is closer than you think. The power to manifest your dreams doesn't lie in some distant, unreachable place, it lies within you. Through your thoughts, your faith, your imagination, your energy, your actions, your ability to let go, and your gratitude, you hold the keys to unlocking a life beyond your wildest dreams. The universe is not withholding anything from you, it is waiting for you to align with the greatness that's already inside you. Remember, it's not just about asking, it's about asking with clarity and intention. It's not just about believing, it's about believing so deeply that doubt has no place in your heart. It's not just about receiving, it's about preparing yourself to receive by becoming the person who is ready for what you've asked for. Every thought you think, every step you take, every ounce of faith you hold is shaping the reality you live in. So ask boldly, believe fiercely, act courageously, let go of the doubts and fears that no longer serve you. And above all, live in a state of gratitude, knowing that the universe is conspiring to bring your desires to life. Your dreams are not just possibilities, they are promises, waiting for you to claim them. Now is the time. The life you've imagined is ready for you to step into it. The question is, are you ready to become the person who receives it? If your answer is yes, then take that step, keep moving forward, and watch as the universe unfolds its miracles before you. Because when you ask, believe, and receive, there is no limit to what you can achieve. To trust the universe to give you what you need, for everything you desire is already within you. The power to manifest is not in some distant force, but within your own consciousness. The thoughts you hold, the beliefs you nurture, and the assumptions you make are the very things that shape your reality. You must first realize that the universe is not a separate entity, but a reflection of your own inner state. What you see outside is a mirror of what you hold within. When you trust the universe, you are trusting the immense power of your own mind to create your experience. All that you need already exists in the realm of possibility, waiting for you to claim it. The key is to assume the feeling of already having what you desire. Your emotions are the signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. When you feel the joy of your wish fulfilled, the universe begins to move in harmony with your desires. You must release the need for proof or validation from the external world. The evidence will follow your belief, not the other way around. Trust is the foundation of creation. It is not about waiting for the universe to show you how it will work, but about knowing that it already has. The universe is an obedient servant to the thoughts you entertain, responding with precision to your mental state. In every moment, you are offered the opportunity to choose your thoughts, to choose the feeling state that aligns with what you desire. The universe does not question you, it simply reflects your dominant beliefs. So trust that everything you need is already on its way, and let go of any doubts that may try to enter your mind. When you surrender to the process, you align with the flow of abundance, love, and success that is rightfully yours. As you trust the universe, remember that your thoughts and feelings are not just passing whims, but powerful forces shaping your life. Every moment is an invitation to claim your desires, to walk in the assumption that what you seek is already yours. Embrace this truth, and allow the universe to deliver what you have already decided to receive. Your imagination is the gateway to creating your reality. Everything that exists around you, every circumstance, event, and relationship begins in your mind. What you think, believe, and assume to be true becomes the foundation upon which your life is built. The external world is not separate from you, it is an exact reflection of your internal state. When you focus on thoughts of lack, fear, or doubt, those feelings are projected outward and manifested in your experiences. Conversely, when you hold thoughts of abundance, confidence, and peace, you attract those energies into your life. The power of your imagination lies in its ability to shape what you perceive as reality. It is not just a tool for daydreaming or fantasy, but a creative force that influences everything you experience. If you imagine yourself as successful, loved, and healthy, and truly believe that these things are possible for you, your external world will begin to align with these assumptions. Your beliefs become the filters through which you view the world, and they have the power to either limit or expand your possibilities. What you think about consistently, whether consciously or subconsciously, is what you draw into your life. Your beliefs are not static, they are constantly being shaped by your mental focus. If you change the thoughts you entertain, you change the world you live in. This is why it's essential to recognize that the external circumstances are not the cause of your reality, they are the effect. Your inner world, the thoughts and beliefs you hold, is the true cause. By mastering your imagination, you are given the power to transform any aspect of your life, for everything that is happening around you is a direct result of what is happening within you. When you trust in yourself, you acknowledge the inherent power within you to shape your life. The universe is not an external force working independently of you. It is an extension of your own consciousness. Everything you need, everything you desire already exists within you. The key to manifesting your desires lies in recognizing that the external world mirrors your inner state. The circumstances, events, and people you encounter are a reflection of your beliefs, assumptions, and feelings. Trusting yourself means trusting the power of your own mind to create your reality. You are not at the mercy of chance or fate, you are the creator of your experiences. The universe operates in harmony with your thoughts and emotions, responding to the vibrations you emit. When you believe that what you need is already available to you, you align yourself with the flow of abundance that is always present, waiting to be tapped into. This trust involves surrendering to the idea that you are whole and complete as you are. You do not need to search outside of yourself for the answers or solutions to your challenges. They are already within you, waiting for your awareness to unlock them. When you trust in your own inner wisdom, you recognize that you are capable of bringing forth everything you need to live a fulfilled and purposeful life. The universe, in turn, will mirror that trust, providing you with the opportunities, resources, and experiences that reflect your inner beliefs and desires. To manifest your desires, it's not enough to simply think about them or wish for them. You must deeply embody the feeling of already having what you want. Emotions are the language through which you communicate with the universe, signaling your readiness to receive. The universe does not respond to your words or thoughts alone, it responds to the energy you radiate. And that energy is most powerfully expressed through your emotions. When you assume the feeling of already having what you desire, you align your vibration with the frequency of that desire. Imagine how you would feel if your dreams were already a reality. Feel the joy, excitement, gratitude, and satisfaction of living your ideal life. As you immerse yourself in these emotions, you send out a signal to the universe that you are not just hoping or wishing for something, but you are already experiencing it internally. Your feelings are the key to attracting what you want. When you feel abundant, confident, and worthy of receiving, you are opening yourself up to a flow of experiences, people, and circumstances that match that energy. If you truly believe and feel that what you desire is already yours, the universe has no choice but to respond by manifesting it in your external world. The practice of assuming the feeling also helps you overcome doubt and impatience, as you are no longer waiting for the external world to change before you feel good. You are teaching yourself that your emotions, regardless of outer circumstances, are the true indicators of your manifesting power. By feeling the joy of your desire fulfilled, you align your mind, heart, and actions with the outcome you wish to create. The universe, in turn, responds in kind, bringing your desires into reality. Release the doubts that cloud your mind, for they are the barriers that prevent you from receiving what you truly desire. Trust is the cornerstone of creation, and without it, your manifestations cannot fully materialize. The external world will often seem to contradict your inner desires, presenting evidence that may make you question whether what you want is truly possible. But in those moments, it is vital to remember the universe does not require external proof to bring your desires to life. It only requires your unwavering trust in the process. When you hold doubts, you are essentially telling the universe that you do not believe it can provide for you. Doubts are just the mind's way of clinging to old patterns, old beliefs, and past experiences that no longer serve you. You must release them if you wish to move forward. Trust that the universe will provide, not because of what you see or what you've seen in the past, but because you have chosen to believe in the unseen. Your faith is the key that unlocks the door to your desires. You do not need to wait for external signs or validations before you take the step of trusting. The moment you believe and feel that your desires are already yours, the universe begins its work. Trust that everything is unfolding as it should, even when the evidence around you doesn't match your expectations. What you hold in your mind will eventually manifest, as long as you trust that it will. By releasing doubts and stepping fully into the belief that what you desire is already yours, you open the way for it to come into your life. Trust and know that everything you need will be provided at the perfect time. The universe is not concerned with your external circumstances, it is deeply attuned to your dominant thoughts and beliefs. What you think about consistently, what you believe to be true about yourself and the world, is what the universe responds to. It does not matter what your current situation looks like, the only thing that truly matters is the frequency of your thoughts. If you are constantly thinking thoughts of lack, fear, or doubt, the universe will reflect those thoughts in your reality. On the other hand, if your thoughts are filled with abundance, possibility, and confidence, the universe will mirror that energy back to you. Your mind is the creative force behind your reality. The thoughts you entertain shape your experiences and bring them into existence. If you hold the belief that life is difficult, that success is unattainable, or that you are undeserving of happiness, the universe will respond by providing you with more of those experiences. However, if you choose to focus on the belief that you are worthy, that everything you need is already on its way, and that the universe is always working in your favor, then your circumstances will begin to shift in alignment with those beliefs. The universe does not judge or evaluate your thoughts based on whether they seem logical or realistic. It simply responds to the energy and vibration of your dominant thoughts. This is why it is so important to become aware of your internal dialogue, for it is in this space that the universe is constantly listening, ready to deliver exactly what you believe to be true. When you consciously direct your thoughts towards what you desire, you create the reality that reflects those beliefs. Your thoughts are not just fleeting ideas, they are the seeds of your reality, and they have the power to shape everything that unfolds in your life. Every thought you think is a powerful opportunity to bring your desires into being. To align with your desires, you must consciously choose thoughts that resonate with what you truly want. Your mind is constantly generating thoughts, but not all of them are in alignment with your goals and dreams. It's important to filter those thoughts, to become aware of the ones that reflect your desires and to discard the ones that do not. When you focus on thoughts that support your vision, you are creating the energetic foundation necessary to manifest those desires in your life. Each thought you entertain is like a building block, contributing to the reality you experience. If you desire success, abundance, or love, you must focus on thoughts that affirm these things as already being a part of your life. When you think about your desires with excitement, gratitude, and joy, you are sending out a clear message to the universe that you are ready to receive. Your emotions and thoughts are inextricably linked, and when you think in alignment with your desires, you naturally begin to feel those emotions that correspond with the fulfillment of those desires. It's important to remember that alignment is a choice. You are the one who decides what to focus on, what to believe, and what to imagine. When you make the decision to align with your desires, you are taking an active role in creating the life you want. Let go of the limiting beliefs or doubts that may arise and instead choose thoughts that uplift and inspire you, thoughts that reinforce the idea that what you want is already on its way. Every thought is an opportunity to align more deeply with your desires, and the more consistently you focus on them, the more rapidly they will begin to manifest. Your thoughts are the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be, and every moment is a chance to step closer to your desires. Surrendering to the process is about releasing the need to control every detail and trusting that the universe will deliver what you desire at the perfect time. When you let go of the need to micromanage how and when things should happen, you open yourself to receiving in ways that may surprise you. The universe is constantly working in the background, orchestrating events and bringing opportunities that align with your desires, even when you cannot see the full picture. This process of surrender is not about passivity or giving up on your desires, but rather about trusting that you do not need to dictate how everything unfolds. The universe is far greater than the limitations of your mind, and it has a plan that can exceed your expectations. You are part of this flow, and when you trust it, you release resistance. Resistance only creates obstacles and delays. Trust allows things to unfold naturally and effortlessly. By surrendering, you allow yourself to align with the flow of life, knowing that the universe responds to your inner state, not your external efforts. The moment you release your attachment to specific outcomes or timelines, you open up space for new and often better possibilities to emerge. When you trust the process, you acknowledge that everything is happening for you, not to you. Even when things seem uncertain, trust that the universe is guiding you toward what you truly desire. The more you let go, the more you allow the universe to surprise you with its abundance and synchronicity. The universe is obedient to the vibrations you send out. It faithfully reflects your assumptions, beliefs, and inner state. What you assume to be true about yourself, your life, and your possibilities is what the universe responds to. If you believe that abundance, success, and love are yours, the universe will match that belief by bringing circumstances, people, and opportunities that align with those assumptions. On the other hand, if you doubt or assume lack, the universe will reflect that as well. Trust in this fundamental truth: the universe is not impartial. It does not judge or question your desires, it simply reflects your inner world. Your thoughts and beliefs are the seeds, and the universe is the soil in which they grow. The more you align with your desires, the more the universe will show you the way. This process is not about forcing things to happen, but about becoming an energetic match for the experiences you wish to manifest. When you trust that the universe is obedient, you stop worrying about how or when your desires will manifest. You understand that as long as your assumptions align with your desires, the universe is already at work. Your part is simply to maintain faith and trust, knowing that everything is unfolding in perfect order. When you shift your mindset and trust in the universe's ability to deliver, you release the pressure and allow things to flow naturally. The universe will respond as it always does, faithfully reflecting the energy and beliefs you hold. To truly manifest your desires, it's essential to feel what you want as if it is already yours. Embrace the joy, gratitude, and excitement of having your dreams fulfilled in the present moment. When you allow yourself to experience the emotions associated with your desires, whether it's the thrill of success, the peace of abundance, or the warmth of love, you align yourself with the energy of what you wish to attract. Your emotions are the most powerful tool you have in this process. They are the signal you send to the universe, the vibration that activates your desires. When you feel the joy of your dreams already realized, you begin to vibrate at the frequency of those desires. This emotional state is not just an abstract feeling, it is a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. Gratitude in particular amplifies this energy as it affirms that you already have everything you need and that more is on its way. By feeling the emotions of your desires in the present moment, you are not just waiting for something to happen in the future, you are creating it right now. The more vividly and deeply you can immerse yourself in these emotions, the more powerful your manifestation process becomes. It's not about forcing your desires into being. It's about embodying the state of having them and allowing that energy to attract the circumstances, people, and experiences that align with that emotional state. When it comes to manifesting your desires, there is one simple yet profound truth that you must fully embrace. Feeling what you want is the key to unlocking everything you desire. It's not enough to merely think about your dreams or wish for them to materialize, you must embody them. The emotions you feel in connection with your desires are the energy that fuels your manifestations. When you align your feelings with your desires, you create a powerful energetic match that the universe cannot ignore. Every human being carries an inherent ability to create their reality. But this process begins not with the actions you take, but with the emotions you generate. Thoughts are powerful, yes, but it is your feelings that determine your vibration. And it is your vibration that ultimately shapes your experience. Emotions are the signal you send out into the universe, and the universe responds to that signal. This is why it's so crucial to feel as though your desires are already realized, even before they physically manifest. So how do you embrace the joy and gratitude of having your desires already fulfilled? How do you tap into this powerful emotional frequency that aligns with the life you want to create? The first step is to truly understand that feelings precede form. Your outer reality is a reflection of your inner world, and the way you feel about your desires is an essential part of that inner world. If you want to experience abundance, for instance, you must feel abundant now. If you want to experience love, you must feel loved now. If you desire peace, you must feel peaceful now. The universe does not recognize the concept of time in the same way you do. It only responds to your present vibration. One of the most potent emotions you can embody is gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful tool for shifting your energetic state. When you are grateful for the things you already have, you shift your focus away from what is lacking in your life and onto the abundance that already exists. Gratitude is a form of acknowledgement. It tells the universe, I already have enough, and more is on the way. When you practice gratitude regularly, you start to attract more things to be grateful for. This practice shifts your vibration from one of lack or want to one of abundance and fulfillment. Your feelings of gratitude and joy act like magnets, drawing experiences, people, and opportunities that match the vibration of those feelings. The more you feel what you want, the more you attract what you want. For example, if you desire more wealth, begin by feeling the abundance that already surrounds you. Focus on the things you already have, whether it's your home, your health, your relationships, or the simple pleasures in life. When you shift your focus to what you have rather than what you lack, you activate the energy of abundance, and that energy begins to multiply. It's important to understand that emotions are not just fleeting thoughts, they are powerful, magnetic energies. When you feel joy, gratitude, love, or peace, you are emitting an energetic frequency that attracts more of those same experiences. On the other hand, when you feel frustration, impatience, or fear, you are emitting a frequency that will draw similar experiences into your life. Therefore, you must take responsibility for your emotions and become aware of how they affect the reality you are creating. The more consistently you can maintain an emotional state that aligns with your desires, the faster those desires will begin to materialize in your life. One of the most profound shifts you can make in this process is to stop seeing yourself as separate from your desires. Often we view our desires as something out there, something we need to attain or acquire. However, when you begin to feel your desires as already a part of you, as already being realized in your life, you move into a state of wholeness. You stop chasing after your desires and instead, you simply align with them. You become a match to them, and as a result, they flow into your experience naturally. The act of feeling what you want also accelerates the manifestation process. When you feel your desires deeply, you are raising your vibration to match the frequency of what you wish to attract. The law of attraction states that like attracts like, and this is exactly how it works. Your feelings of joy, gratitude, and fulfillment act as a magnet, pulling your desires toward you. The more you feel those emotions, the more you become a vibrational match to your desires, and the faster they will manifest in your life. As you continue to practice feeling your desires, you will begin to notice subtle shifts in your external world. Things that once seemed impossible will begin to unfold effortlessly. Opportunities will appear, people will show up in your life, and circumstances will change to support your desires. This is the power of aligning with your feelings, and this is how the universe responds to your inner state. The more you align your emotions with your desires, the more you will see them reflected back to you in the physical world. In summary, the key to manifestation lies in feeling what you want. When you fully embrace the emotions of having your desires already fulfilled, you align yourself with the energy of those desires. Gratitude, joy, and love are the frequencies that attract your desires, and the more you feel these emotions, the more you will begin to see your dreams materialize. Trust in the process. Stay consistent in your emotional alignment, and know that the universe is always responding to your inner state. Ladies and gentlemen, close your eyes for a moment and imagine this a vast, infinite canvas stretching beyond the reaches of your mind. This is the universe, not just the one you see above you, but the one within you. Every star, every particle of light, every whisper of the cosmos is alive and waiting for your command. You are not a spectator in this grand theater of existence. You are the creator, the director, and the actor in your own masterpiece. You see, life is not happening to you, it's happening through you. Every thought you think, every belief you hold, every dream you dare to imagine sends ripples through the fabric of this universe, shaping it, molding it, making it a reflection of your inner world. Yet so often we forget this truth. We walk through life as though we are small, powerless, mere observers of fate. But let me remind you, the stars themselves were forged in the same energy that resides within you. You carry within you the power to create worlds. Pause for a moment and consider this. What if everything you've ever imagined, everything you've ever desired, is already waiting for you? What if the only thing standing between you and your dreams is your willingness to believe that they are possible? That's the secret of the universe. It responds not to your wishes, but to your conviction. It listens not to your doubts, but to the clarity of your vision. This is not a distant concept reserved for the gifted or the enlightened. This is your birthright. You were born to dream, to create, to experience life in all its fullness. And it all begins within you. Your imagination is the key, your belief the fuel. and your actions the bridge between possibility and reality. Today we're going to explore this truth together. We'll dive into the power of imagination, the strength of belief, and the profound interconnectedness of all things. Together we'll uncover the immense potential within you to shape your destiny, to align with the limitless energy of the universe, and to live a life that exceeds even your wildest dreams. Imagination shapes reality. Let me take you deeper into the extraordinary power of imagination. It is more than just a fleeting daydream or a tool, for escaping the mundane. Imagination is the very foundation of creation. Every great innovation, every transformative idea, every monumental achievement begins as a spark in the mind of someone bold enough to envision what does not yet exist. Imagination is the bridge between the unseen and the seen, the intangible and the tangible, the potential and the actual. Think about this: the chair you are sitting on, the device you hold in your hand, even the words you are hearing from me right now, none of these existed before someone dared to imagine them. They didn't appear out of thin air. They began in the mind of a dreamer, someone who looked at the world not as it was, but as it could be. That is the power of imagination. It takes the raw material of life, ideas, circumstances, possibilities, and transforms them into reality. But imagination is not just for inventors or artists. It is for everyone, because we are all creators of our own lives. What you imagine most consistently, with the greatest clarity and intensity, begins to shape your reality. Why? Because imagination is the language of the subconscious mind. It speaks in images, emotions, and sensations. When you vividly imagine something, your mind cannot distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. It begins to act as if the imagined scenario is already true. Imagine for a moment that you are walking along a beach. Feel the warm sand beneath your feet. Hear the rhythm of the waves crashing against the shore. Smell the salty breeze as it brushes against your skin. Even though you may be sitting in a room far from any ocean, your body responds as if you are there. Your heart rate may slow, your breathing may deepen, and you may even feel more relaxed. This is the power of imagination in action. It creates experiences within you that shape how you think, feel, and act. Now consider how this applies to your goals, your dreams, and the life you want to live. If you consistently imagine yourself succeeding, achieving, and thriving, you begin to align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with that vision. Your imagination becomes the blueprint for your reality. You stop reacting to life and start creating it. But here's the key: imagination alone is not enough. It must be coupled with conviction and feeling. When you imagine something, don't just see it, feel it. Engage all your senses. Hear the sounds, smell the scents, taste the flavors, and most importantly, feel the emotions of already having achieved your desire. The stronger the emotional connection to your imagined scenario, the more powerfully it imprints on your subconscious mind. And when your subconscious mind accepts it as true, the universe begins to align with your vision. Some might dismiss imagination as wishful thinking or idle fantasy. But let me ask you this: what is more foolish, to imagine a life of possibilities or to settle for a life of limitations? The most successful people in history were those who dared to imagine beyond the boundaries of their circumstances. They refused to accept what is as the limit of what could be. Think of figures like Thomas Edison, who imagined a world illuminated by electric light long before it existed. Or the Wright brothers, who envisioned humans soaring through the skies like birds. They were not deterred by failure or skepticism, because their imagination was vivid and compelling. It drove them forward, turning the impossible into the inevitable. Imagination is not just a gift, it is a responsibility. To imagine is to plant seeds in the garden of your future. The question is, what are you planting? Are your thoughts filled with visions of abundance, success, and joy, or are they clouded with fear, doubt, and limitation? Remember, the universe cannot deliver what you do not dare to imagine. When you harness your imagination, you are not just shaping your personal reality, you are participating in the grand symphony of creation. Every image you hold, every vision you nurture contributes to the unfolding of existence itself. So dream boldly, imagine vividly, and let your vision pull you toward the life you were meant to live. How belief influences experience. Belief is the unseen architect of your life. It operates quietly, shaping your world in ways you may not even realize. What you hold as true about yourself, others, and the universe becomes the foundation upon which your reality is built. Every experience you encounter, every opportunity you attract, every limitation you face is filtered through the lens of your beliefs. They are not passive thoughts, they are powerful forces that define the boundaries of your existence. Let's begin with a simple truth: what you believe, you will see. This is not merely a philosophical idea, it is a psychological and universal principle. Your mind constantly scans your environment, searching for evidence to validate your beliefs. If you believe the world is full of opportunities, your mind will highlight the possibilities around you. If you believe you are not worthy of success, you will subconsciously sabotage your efforts, reinforcing that belief. Consider this: two people can face the same situation, yet interpret it in completely different ways based on their beliefs. One sees failure as a stepping stone to growth, while the other sees it as a confirmation of inadequacy. The situation is identical, but their experiences diverge because of the beliefs they hold. It's not the external circumstances that shape their reality, it's the internal framework through which they perceive those circumstances. The belief is the engine of action. When you believe something is possible, you act with confidence, persistence, and focus. You take risks, make decisions, and persevere through challenges because you trust in the outcome. Conversely, when you doubt your abilities or the feasibility of your goals, you hesitate, procrastinate, or give up at the first sign of difficulty. Your beliefs dictate your level of effort and commitment, which in turn determines your results. But belief goes beyond shaping your actions, it also influences the energy you emit into the universe. Every thought and belief carries a vibration, and that vibration attracts experiences, people, and circumstances that match its frequency. This is often called the law of attraction, but at its core, it's about alignment. When your beliefs align with what you desire, you create a magnetic force that draws those desires into your life. When your beliefs conflict with your desires, when you secretly doubt your worthiness or ability, you create resistance, preventing those desires from manifesting. Belief is not static, it can be transformed. This is the most liberating truth of all. You are not bound by the beliefs you inherited from your upbringing or absorbed from society. You have the power to question, challenge, and rewrite them. Self-awareness is the first step. Ask yourself, what do I believe about success, love, happiness, and my own potential? Are these beliefs empowering me or holding me back? Once you identify limiting beliefs, replace them with affirming ones. This requires more than surface-level thinking, it demands conviction. You must consistently reinforce new beliefs through visualization, affirmation, and aligned action. Over time, these new beliefs will take root in your subconscious mind, becoming the foundation for a new reality. Let me illustrate the power of belief with a story. Imagine a man walking through a desert, dying of thirst. In the distance, he sees what appears to be a pool of water. Fueled by his belief that the water is real, he gathers his remaining strength and moves toward it. Though the pool turns out to be a mirage, his belief in its existence propels him forward until he stumbles upon an actual oasis. Without that belief, he would have given up and succumbed to the desert's heat. It is not the mirage that saves him, but the belief that there is something worth striving for. This is the essence of belief. It propels you toward possibilities you cannot yet see. It allows you to persist when logic says to stop. It transforms obstacles into stepping stones and turns the impossible into the inevitable. But belief is also fragile. It must be nurtured, protected, and cultivated. Surround yourself with people, ideas, and environments that reinforce your vision. Protect your mind from negativity and doubt, for these are the enemies of belief. Belief is a choice. You can choose to believe in scarcity or abundance, in limitations or possibilities, in failure or success. Whatever you choose will become your reality, for the universe always responds to the convictions of your heart. So, what do you believe? And more importantly, what will you choose to believe today? The interconnectedness of all beings within the universe. Imagine for a moment the vastness of the universe, a seemingly infinite expanse of stars, galaxies, and cosmic mysteries. Now consider that within this immense complexity, everything is interconnected. The same energy that fuels the stars flows through you. The same elements that make up the earth, the air, and the oceans are found in your body. You are not separate from the universe, you are an integral part of it. This is not just poetic rhetoric, it is a profound truth that has been echoed in science, philosophy, and spirituality throughout history. Interconnectedness means that nothing exists in isolation. Every action, every thought, every emotion sends ripples through the web of existence, touching and influencing everything around it. Think of it like a spider's web. When one strand is plucked, the entire structure vibrates. Similarly, your choices, no matter how small, contribute to the larger tapestry of life. This realization is both humbling and empowering, for it reminds us of our influence and responsibility within the grand design. At the core of this interconnectedness lies a shared energy. This energy, call it life force, consciousness, or divine essence, binds all beings together. It means that every individual, every creature, every element of nature is part of a larger whole. When you look at a stranger, you are not seeing someone separate from yourself. You are seeing another expression of the same universal energy. This understanding fosters compassion, empathy, and a deeper sense of unity. Science supports this truth through discoveries in quantum physics, which reveal that particles can influence each other across vast distances. This phenomenon, known as quantum entanglement, mirrors the spiritual insight that everything in the universe is connected. What happens in one part of the system inevitably affects the whole. On a human level, this means that your thoughts and actions resonate far beyond your immediate environment. Your energy influences not just your own life, but the lives of those around you and even the collective consciousness of humanity. Understanding interconnectedness changes the way we perceive challenges and obstacles. When you face difficulties, it is easy to feel isolated, as though you are alone in your struggles. But the truth is that every challenge is part of a larger process of growth and evolution. The universe is not working against you, it is working with you, guiding you toward greater alignment with your true self. Even the people who challenge you, the critics, the doubters, the adversaries, are part of your journey. They reflect aspects of yourself that need attention, healing, or transformation. This interconnectedness also extends to the natural world. Every tree, every river, every mountain plays a role in the balance of life. When we harm the environment, we harm ourselves, for we are not separate from the earth. Conversely, when we nurture and protect nature, we nurture and protect the essence of life within us. Recognizing this bond calls us to live with greater awareness and respect for the planet and its inhabitants. On a personal level, interconnectedness means that your inner world shapes your outer world. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs create a vibration that resonates with the universe. When you align yourself with love, gratitude, and positivity, you attract experiences that reflect those energies. When you dwell in fear, anger, or doubt, you invite those vibrations into your reality. This is not magic, it is the natural law of resonance. The energy you emit is the energy you receive. But interconnectedness is not just about how you influence the world, it's also about how the world influences you. The people you surround yourself with, the media you consume, the environments you inhabit all impact your energy and mindset. Choose wisely, for these connections shape the trajectory of your life. Surround yourself with those who uplift, inspire, and challenge you to grow. Seek environments that nourish your spirit and align with your goals. Let us not forget the most profound aspect of interconnectedness. It reveals our shared humanity. Beneath the surface of our differences, culture, language, beliefs, lies a common thread. We all seek love, purpose, and fulfillment. We all experience joy, pain, and hope. When we recognize this shared essence, we move beyond judgment and division toward unity and understanding. Interconnectedness is not a concept to be understood intellectually, it is a truth to be lived. It invites you to see yourself not as a separate entity navigating a hostile universe, but as a vital piece of a grand, harmonious whole. When you embrace this perspective, you step into your power as a co-creator of reality, contributing not just to your own growth, but to the evolution of all existence. The significance of self-awareness and inner reflection. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of personal transformation. It is the ability to look within and truly understand who you are, your thoughts, emotions, desires, fears, and the beliefs that guide your actions. Without self-awareness, life can feel like wandering through a fog, reacting to circumstances without understanding why. But with it, the fog lifts, and you begin to see the patterns that shape your reality. You gain the power to change your life by first understanding it. Imagine standing before a still, clear lake. When you look down, the water reflects your image perfectly. This is what inner reflection offers: a mirror to your soul. It allows you to examine what lies beneath the surface of your daily life. Why do you react a certain way? What are the hidden fears holding you back? What are the beliefs driving your choices? These questions are not always easy to ask, but they are essential for growth. Self-awareness begins with stillness. In the rush of everyday life, we rarely pause to listen to our inner voice. We are consumed by the noise of the outside world, its demands, opinions, and expectations. But to truly know yourself, you must step away from the noise. Spend time in solitude, whether through meditation, journaling, or simply sitting quietly. In that space, you can hear the whispers of your intuition and uncover the truths you may have been avoiding. One of the most powerful tools for cultivating self-awareness is observing your thoughts. The mind is constantly at work, spinning narratives about who you are and what is possible for you. These narratives shape your identity and your reality, often without your conscious awareness. By paying attention to your thoughts, you can identify which ones are empowering and which ones are limiting. For instance, do you frequently think, "I'm not good enough"? If so, this belief will subtly influence your actions and outcomes. But once you recognize it, you can challenge it and replace it with a more empowering thought, such as, "I am capable and deserving." Self-awareness also involves understanding your emotions. Emotions are not random, they are signals that offer insight into your inner world. Anger may point to unmet needs, fear to unaddressed insecurities, and joy to alignment with your true self. By becoming curious about your emotions rather than suppressing or ignoring them, you can uncover the deeper truths they reveal. This process helps you respond to life more consciously rather than reacting impulsively. Another vital aspect of self-awareness is recognizing your triggers. These are situations, people, or events that provoke strong emotional reactions in you. For example, if criticism makes you defensive, it may be because deep down you doubt your own worth. By identifying your triggers, you can begin to heal the underlying wounds and reclaim your power. Instead of being controlled by your triggers, you can learn to respond with clarity and grace. Inner reflection also involves examining your values and priorities. What truly matters to you? Are you living in alignment with those values, or are you chasing goals that others have set for you? Many people spend their lives pursuing success, wealth, or approval, only to feel empty when they achieve them. This is because they have not taken the time to define what fulfillment means for them personally. By reflecting on your values, you can make choices that align with your authentic self and lead to lasting happiness. The beauty of self-awareness is that it illuminates your blind spots, the aspects of yourself that you may not want to see or acknowledge. While this can be uncomfortable, it is also liberating. Awareness brings choice, and choice brings freedom. When you become aware of a limiting belief, a destructive habit, or an unresolved fear, you gain the power to change it. Without awareness, these patterns will continue to run your life unconsciously. Self-awareness is not a destination, it is a lifelong journey. As you grow and evolve, new layers of yourself will emerge, inviting deeper reflection and understanding. This process is not about perfection, it is about progress. Each step you take toward greater self-awareness brings you closer to your true potential. And here's the most profound truth: self-awareness is not just about understanding yourself, it is about understanding your connection to the universe. The more you know yourself, the more you realize that you are not separate from the world around you. Your inner world shapes your outer reality, and your choices ripple out to influence the collective whole. By becoming more self-aware, you not only transform your life but also contribute to the transformation of the world. Expanded key point: the role of persistence in achieving dreams. Persistence is the quiet force that separates those who dream from those who achieve. It is not loud or flashy, it doesn't seek attention, but it is relentless. It keeps you moving forward when the path is steep, when obstacles appear insurmountable, and when others might give up. Persistence is the bridge between the vision in your mind and the reality of your success. Every great achievement in history is a testament to persistence. The most celebrated inventors, leaders, and creators were not necessarily the most talented or the most fortunate. They were the ones who refused to give up. Consider Thomas Edison, who famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His journey to invent the light bulb wasn't a straight line to success. It was a winding path filled with setbacks, but his persistence illuminated the world. But persistence isn't just about working hard. It's about staying focused on your goal, even when distractions, doubts, and disappointments arise. It's easy to feel motivated when things are going well, but true persistence shines in the face of adversity. When you encounter failure, it's not a sign to stop, it's an opportunity to learn, adapt, and grow stronger. Let's explore why persistence matters so much. The journey to your dreams will rarely be easy. There will be moments of self-doubt, times when progress seems slow, and days when quitting feels like the easier option. But persistence reminds you that temporary setbacks are just that, temporary. They are not the end of your story. Every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. Persistence turns mountains into molehills, one steady step at a time. Persistence also builds resilience. Each challenge you overcome strengthens your ability to face the next one. It's like building a muscle. The more you push through difficulties, the stronger you become. This resilience doesn't just apply to achieving your dreams, it spills over into every aspect of your life. You become someone who can weather storms, adapt to change, and remain unwavering in the pursuit of what matters most. One of the greatest obstacles to persistence is fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. But fear loses its power when faced with determination. When you persist in the face of fear, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. Each time you push past a barrier, your confidence grows and fear diminishes. Persistence requires a clear vision. You need to know what you're working toward and why it matters. When your goal is aligned with your passion and purpose, it becomes easier to stay committed. Visualize your dream in vivid detail. See it, feel it, and let it inspire you. This vision will be your guiding star when the path ahead feels dark. But persistence doesn't mean you have to go it alone. Surround yourself with people who support and encourage your journey. Seek mentors who can guide you, friends who can uplift you, and communities that share your values. These connections will provide the energy and perspective you need to keep going, especially when you're facing challenges. Persistence also involves adapting your approach. If one strategy isn't working, don't be afraid to try another. Persistence is not about stubbornly sticking to a single method, it's about staying committed to your goal while being flexible in your tactics. Think of it like climbing a mountain. If one path is blocked, you find another way up. The goal is to reach the summit, not to insist on a single route. Persistence is fueled by faith in your abilities, faith in your vision, and faith in the process. Trust that every effort you make is planting seeds that will one day bear fruit. Even when you can't see immediate results, know that progress is happening beneath the surface. The universe rewards those who persist, for persistence demonstrates belief, commitment, and the willingness to grow. Why does persistence matter so much? Because it turns the impossible into the inevitable. It transforms dreams into reality, one step, one effort, one day at a time. It's not about avoiding challenges, but embracing them as part of the journey. It's not about having all the answers, but having the courage to keep searching. And ultimately, persistence proves that success is not a matter of luck, it's a matter of determination. Understanding the nature of time and existence. Time, as we experience it, feels like a constant progression, a straight line from the past, through the present, into the future. But is that really all there is? What if time is not a rigid framework, but a fluid, malleable dimension shaped by our consciousness? To truly understand the nature of time and existence, we must challenge our everyday perceptions and recognize that how we perceive time directly impacts how we live, dream, and achieve. Think of time not as a master but as a servant. It exists not to constrain you, but to provide structure and rhythm to your experience of existence. Most people live their lives enslaved by the clock, believing that time is slipping through their fingers, that there is never enough of it. But this mindset is an illusion. Time is not running out, it is always available, waiting for you to decide how to use it. The question is not how much time you have, but how you choose to perceive and act within it. The present moment is the most profound aspect of time. It is the only point where life truly exists. The past is a memory, and the future is a projection. Yet so many of us spend our lives dwelling on what has already happened or worrying about what might come. By doing so, we miss the extraordinary power of now. The present is where you hold the reins of creation. Every thought, decision, and action you make in this moment shapes the reality of your future. Understanding the present moment also reveals the interconnectedness of time and existence. Your past does not define you. It is merely a record of where you've been. Your future is not fixed. It is a canvas waiting for your brushstrokes. The bridge between the two is the present. In this moment, you have the power to reinterpret your past and redesign your future. If you see your past as a series of lessons rather than mistakes, you free yourself from regret. If you see your future as an opportunity rather than a threat, you invite hope and possibility. But time is not just about personal experience, it is also about perspective. Consider this: the same hour can feel eternal to someone waiting anxiously for news, and fleeting to someone engrossed in their passion. Time expands and contracts based on your focus and emotional state. This means you have the ability to stretch time by immersing yourself in the things that truly matter to you. When you are aligned with your purpose, time ceases to feel like a limitation and becomes a partner in your journey. The nature of time also reveals itself in cycles. Just as the seasons change and the sun rises and sets, our lives move through cycles of growth, rest, challenge, and renewal. Recognizing these cycles helps us to flow with life rather than resist it. There will be times of struggle and times of ease, times of sowing and times of harvest. Understanding these rhythms allows us to navigate life with patience and grace, knowing that each moment has its purpose. From a deeper perspective, time is a construct of the mind. Beyond the physical realm, in the infinite dimensions of existence, time as we know it does not exist. This is why great thinkers and mystics often speak of timelessness when describing higher states of consciousness. In these states, the past, present, and future merge into a single, eternal now. This understanding reminds us that our essence is not bound by time. We are eternal beings having a temporary experience within the framework of time. Time is also a teacher. It teaches us the value of patience, the importance of persistence, and the beauty of fleeting moments. When we view time as a resource to be cherished rather than feared, we begin to live more fully. Gratitude for the time we have transforms how we approach each day. Instead of racing against the clock, we learn to savor the minutes, appreciating the opportunities they offer. Time challenges us to embrace change. Just as time moves forward, so must we. Resisting change is like trying to hold back a river. It only leads to frustration and stagnation. But when we flow with time, we discover that every ending is a new beginning, and every moment of loss creates space for something new. Understanding the nature of time and existence shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance, from fear to empowerment. It reminds you that time is not an enemy to be conquered but an ally to be embraced. When you master your relationship with time, you master your relationship with life itself. The importance of gratitude in attracting abundance. Gratitude is a transformative force, a bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It is not merely a polite acknowledgement of what you have, it is an active energy that aligns you with the flow of abundance in the universe. When you cultivate gratitude, you invite more blessings into your life. This is not a coincidence. It is a principle woven into the fabric of existence. Gratitude begins with awareness. It requires you to pause and truly see the gifts already present in your life, no matter how small they may seem. In a world that often encourages us to chase the next big thing, gratitude reminds us to appreciate what we already have. It shifts your focus from lack to abundance, from what's missing to what's meaningful. And in that shift, something miraculous happens, your energy changes, and so does your reality. Why is this so powerful? Because the universe operates on vibration. Everything in existence, including your thoughts and emotions, emits a frequency. Gratitude is one of the highest vibrations you can emit. When you feel grateful, you align yourself with the frequency of abundance. It's as though you're sending a signal to the universe saying, I am ready to receive more of this goodness. And the universe responds, amplifying and multiplying the blessings in your life. Gratitude also rewires your brain. Scientific studies have shown that practicing gratitude activates regions in the brain associated with positive emotions, empathy, and decision making. It reduces stress, enhances mental clarity, and boosts overall well-being. When you make gratitude your brain begins to look for things, to creating a cycle of positivity and growth. But gratitude is not just about celebrating the obvious blessings. It is also about finding meaning challenges. Life is not always easy, and we all face moments of pain, loss, and disappointment. Yet even in those moments, there is something to be grateful for: a lesson, a chance to grow, a new perspective. When you can look at your struggles and say, thank you for what this is teaching me, you turn obstacles into opportunities. You transform adversity into a stepping stone for growth. Gratitude also deepens your relationships. When you express genuine appreciation for the people in your life, you strengthen the bonds that connect you. Think about how it feels when someone thanks you sincerely, not out of obligation, but from the heart. It's uplifting, isn't it? That's the power of gratitude. It creates a ripple effect, inspiring others to feel and express gratitude as well. Practicing gratitude doesn't require monumental changes. It begins with small, intentional acts. Start by keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be grand. Perhaps it's the warmth of the sun on your face, the smile of a loved one, or the simple joy of having a meal. Over time, this practice trains your mind to notice and amplify the positives in your life. Gratitude also requires mindfulness. It's about being present enough to recognize the beauty in ordinary moments. The sound of rain, the laughter of a child, the feeling of accomplishment after a hard day's work, these are treasures we often overlook. Gratitude invites us to slow down and savor them, to see the extraordinary within the ordinary. Importantly, gratitude is not dependent on circumstances. You don't need to wait for everything to be perfect to feel grateful. In fact, gratitude has the power to transform imperfect circumstances. When you choose gratitude, even in the face of difficulty, you reclaim your power. You shift from being a victim of circumstances to being the creator of your experience. One of the most profound aspects of gratitude is that it creates a cycle of giving and receiving. When you express gratitude, you inspire others to give. When you receive with gratitude, you encourage others to feel valued. This cycle strengthens connections, fosters generosity, and spreads abundance. Gratitude is more than an attitude, it is a way of life. It reminds you that abundance is not something to chase, it is something to recognize. When you focus on what you have, rather than what you lack, you realize that you are already surrounded by abundance. And in that realization, you open the door for even greater blessings to flow into your life. Ultimately, gratitude is a practice of alignment. It aligns your heart with the beauty of the present moment, your mind with the possibilities of the future, and your spirit with the infinite abundance of the universe. When you live in gratitude, you become a magnet for miracles, embracing change as a pathway to growth. Change is one of the few constants in life, yet it is something many of us resist. Why? Because change often comes with uncertainty, discomfort, and a sense of losing control. But here's the paradox: while change can be unsettling, it is also the force that propels us forward. Growth and progress are impossible without it. When you learn to embrace change, you unlock a pathway to your greatest potential. Think of change as the universe's way of nudging you toward evolution. It is a call to leave behind what no longer serves you and step into a new version of yourself. Just as a caterpillar must shed its cocoon to become a butterfly, you too must let go of old habits, beliefs, and circumstances to soar to new heights. Change is not something that happens to you, it happens for you. Often, change feels threatening because it challenges our comfort zones. We cling to the familiar, even when it no longer fulfills us, because the unknown feels risky. But the truth is, staying in your comfort zone comes with its own risks. It limits your growth, stifles your potential, and keeps you from discovering what you're truly capable of. When you embrace change, you step into the realm of possibilities, a place where transformation and opportunity await. Consider the seasons as a metaphor for life. Spring brings new beginnings, summer growth and vibrancy, autumn transition, and winter rest and renewal. Each season has its purpose, and each prepares the way for the next. Similarly, the changes in your life are not random, they are part of a larger cycle of growth. What may feel like an ending is often the beginning of something even greater. Trusting this process is key to embracing change. Embracing change requires a shift in perspective. Instead of viewing it as a disruption, see it as an opportunity. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this challenge make me stronger, wiser, or more compassionate? When you approach change with curiosity rather than fear, you open yourself to its transformative power. You stop resisting and start adapting, allowing change to work for you instead of against you. Change also teaches resilience. Life's uncertainties are inevitable, but how you respond to them is within your control. Each time you face a change, you have a choice to shrink back in fear or to rise with courage. When you choose the latter, you build a reservoir of strength that prepares you for whatever comes next. Over time, you become someone who not only survives change but thrives because of it. One of the most profound lessons of change is that it reveals your true self. In moments of transition, you are stripped of the familiar and forced to confront who you are at your core. This can be uncomfortable, but it is also liberating. Change allows you to rediscover your values, reassess your goals, and realign with your purpose. It invites you to let go of what no longer serves you, whether that's a limiting belief, an unhealthy relationship, or a stagnant routine. It's important to remember that not all change is external. Some of the most significant transformations occur within. A shift in mindset, a new perspective, or a deepened sense of self-awareness can create ripples that reshape your entire life. Internal change is often the catalyst for external transformation. When you grow on the inside, your outer world begins to reflect that growth. Embracing change also fosters creativity and innovation. When old ways no longer work, you are compelled to think differently, to explore new approaches, and to tap into your resourcefulness. Many of the greatest breakthroughs, whether personal or societal, arise from moments of change. It is in these moments that you discover your ability to adapt, evolve, and create something entirely new. Change is a reminder of life's impermanence. Everything in this world is temporary, both the joys and the struggles. This impermanence is not something to fear, it is something to embrace. It teaches you to savor the present, to appreciate the fleeting beauty of each moment, and to live with a sense of gratitude and purpose. When you embrace change, you stop seeing it as something to endure and start seeing it as a powerful ally in your journey. You realize that every change, no matter how difficult, carries a gift, a lesson, a new direction, or an opportunity to grow. Change is not an obstacle to overcome. It is the pathway to becoming who you are meant to be. The impact of thoughts and emotions on our reality. Your thoughts and emotions are not just fleeting moments within your mind, they are the architects of your reality. Every thought you think and every feeling you hold sends ripples into the universe, shaping the circumstances, opportunities, and relationships that come into your life. The connection between your inner world and your outer reality is profound, and when you understand this, you gain the power to consciously create the life you desire. Let's start with thoughts. Your mind is a powerful tool, constantly generating ideas, interpretations, and beliefs about the world around you. These thoughts are not passive, they are active forces that influence how you perceive and respond to life. If your thoughts are filled with doubt, fear, and limitation, you will see the world as a place of scarcity and struggle. Conversely, if your thoughts are rooted in possibility, abundance, and gratitude, the world opens up as a place of opportunities and growth. Thoughts act as a filter for your experiences. Imagine two people walking into the same room. One is focused on finding connections and opportunities, while the other is preoccupied with self-doubt and insecurity. Although they are in the same environment, their experiences will be vastly different. The first person's positive mindset will attract meaningful interactions, while the second person's limiting thoughts will block those same opportunities. The room hasn't changed, their perceptions have. But thoughts don't work alone. They are deeply intertwined with your emotions. Emotions are the energy that amplifies your thoughts and makes them resonate more powerfully. A fleeting thought of success might come and go, but when paired with the excitement and joy of imagining that success, it becomes a magnetic force. The stronger the emotional connection, the more deeply the thought imprints on your subconscious mind, and the more likely it is to manifest in your reality. Take a moment to consider the emotional energy you carry on a daily basis. Are you radiating positivity, optimism, and confidence, or are you weighed down by stress, anger, or despair? Your emotional state is like a signal you send out into the universe, and the universe responds in kind. When you feel empowered and grateful, you attract experiences that match that vibration. When you dwell in negativity, you unknowingly invite more of the same. This is why awareness is crucial. Many of us go through life on autopilot, allowing negative thoughts and emotions to dominate our minds without realizing their impact. But the moment you become aware of your inner dialogue, you gain the ability to change it. You can choose to replace thoughts of lack with thoughts of abundance, to shift from fear to faith, and to move from anger to understanding. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing a perspective that empowers you rather than diminish you. The process of aligning your thoughts and emotions with your desired reality begins with intention. What do you truly want to create in your life? Once you are clear on your goals, start visualizing them with as much detail and emotion as possible. Imagine not just the outcome, but the journey, how it feels, what it looks like, and the emotions you'll experience along the way. The more vividly you can imagine it, the more real it becomes in your mind, and the more your subconscious begins to align with that vision. It's also important to manage the energy of your emotions. Negative emotions like anger, jealousy, or fear can be powerful, but they don't have to control you. These emotions are signals that something within you needs attention. Instead of suppressing them, acknowledge them, understand their source, and then consciously choose to release them. This act of emotional mastery is transformative. It allows you to maintain a higher vibration, even in challenging circumstances. Thoughts and emotions also influence your actions. When your mind and heart are aligned with your goals, you naturally take steps toward them with confidence and clarity. On the other hand, when your thoughts are scattered and your emotions conflicted, it becomes difficult to move forward. Aligning your inner world ensures that your actions are purposeful and effective, creating momentum toward your desired outcomes. One of the most empowering truths is that you are not a victim of your thoughts and emotions, you are their master. You have the ability to choose what you focus on, to redirect your energy, and to cultivate a mindset that supports your growth and happiness. This requires practice, but over time it becomes a habit. You begin to notice the subtle shifts in your reality as your inner world transforms. The impact of your thoughts and emotions extends beyond yourself. They influence the energy you bring into your relationships, your work, and your environment. When you radiate positivity and authenticity, you inspire others to do the same. Your energy becomes a catalyst for change, creating a ripple effect that uplifts everyone around you. Your thoughts and emotions are the foundation of your reality. By cultivating a mindset of possibility and aligning your emotions with your highest aspirations, you unlock the power to shape your world with intention and purpose. Every moment is an opportunity to create a better reality, one thought, one emotion, one choice at a time. The potential within each individual to create their own destiny. Within each of us lies an extraordinary power, the power to create, to shape, and to define our own destiny. It is a power that transcends circumstances, challenges, and limitations. It is not something granted by external forces or dependent on luck. It is an inherent part of who we are, woven into the very fabric of our being. The question is not whether you have the potential to create your destiny, but whether you recognize and embrace it. To understand this potential, you must first acknowledge your role as a creator in your life. Many people go through life feeling like passengers, as though their destiny is controlled by external events, other people, or forces beyond their understanding. But the truth is that you are not a passenger, you are the driver. Your thoughts, beliefs, and actions are the tools you use to steer your life in the direction you choose. The power to create your destiny begins with your imagination. Everything that exists in the world today, from towering skyscrapers to groundbreaking technologies, once existed only as an idea in someone's mind. Your imagination is the birthplace of your potential. It allows you to see beyond the present moment and envision possibilities that do not yet exist. When you dare to dream boldly, you lay the foundation for a life that reflects your highest aspirations. But imagination alone is not enough. To create your destiny, you must combine your vision with belief. Belief is the force that turns possibilities into probabilities. When you believe in your ability to achieve something, you align your energy and actions with that goal. Belief is not about ignoring challenges or pretending life is easy. It is about trusting that you have the resilience, resourcefulness, and determination to overcome obstacles and reach your destination. Action is the next crucial step. Dreams without action remain fantasies. To create your destiny, you must be willing to take consistent, deliberate steps toward your goals. These actions don't have to be monumental, even small. Incremental progress adds up over time. What matters most is your commitment to keep moving forward, no matter how many times you stumble or face setbacks. Persistence transforms potential into reality. One of the greatest obstacles to realizing your potential is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. These are the barriers that hold many people back. But fear, like any emotion, is temporary. It loses its power the moment you confront it with courage. When you take action despite your fears, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than your doubts. Each step forward builds confidence, making the next step easier. Your potential to create your destiny is also deeply connected to your mindset. A growth mindset, the belief that you can learn, grow, and improve, empowers you to see challenges as opportunities rather than threats. It helps you view failures as valuable lessons and motivates you to keep striving for excellence. Your mindset shapes your perception of what is possible, and your perception shapes your reality. The power to create your destiny is not about controlling every aspect of your life. There will always be events and circumstances beyond your control. What matters is how you respond to them. Even in the face of adversity, you have the choice to rise, to adapt, and to find meaning in your experiences. Your destiny is not determined by what happens to you, but by how you choose to interpret and act upon those events. Another essential aspect of realizing your potential is self-awareness. Understanding your strengths, passions, and values allows you to align your actions with your true self. When you live authentically, you tap into a deeper source of motivation and purpose. Your destiny is not about becoming someone else or meeting external expectations. It's about becoming the fullest expression of who you already are. The power to create your destiny lies in your ability to inspire others. As you step into your potential, you become a source of light and encouragement for those around you. Your journey serves as a testament to what is possible, motivating others to embrace their own power and pursue their dreams. In this way, your destiny becomes a part of something greater, a ripple effect that transforms not only your life but the lives of countless others. The potential within you to create your destiny is limitless. It is not confined by your past, your circumstances, or your current abilities. It is fueled by your vision, your belief, your actions, and your courage. Every choice you make, every step you take, and every dream you nurture brings you closer to the life you are meant to live. You are not a product of fate, you are a creator of it. The power is yours, always has been, always will be. This expanded section captures the profound and empowering nature of realizing one's potential to shape their destiny while staying motivational and actionable. Let me know if you'd like further elaboration or any adjustments. As we stand here today reflecting on the profound truths about the universe, the mind, and the limitless potential within each of us, I want you to carry one message with you. You are far more powerful than you realize. The universe is not a distant, indifferent force. It is a partner in your journey, waiting for you to take the lead. Through imagination, belief, and purposeful action, you hold the ability to shape your reality and create a life that resonates with your highest aspirations. Remember that your thoughts and emotions are the seeds of your destiny. What you cultivate within will inevitably bloom around you. Choose your thoughts wisely, nurture your dreams passionately, and align your actions with the vision you hold in your heart. The interconnectedness of all things assures us that every step we take, no matter how small, contributes to the greater whole. You are not alone in this journey. You are part of a vast, infinite web of existence. Embrace change with courage, for it is not your enemy but your greatest teacher. It clears the path for growth, transformation, and the realization of your dreams. Persist with unwavering determination, knowing that every obstacle is an opportunity in disguise. And above all, practice gratitude not as an obligation, but as a way of aligning yourself with the abundance that already surrounds you. As you leave here today, I urge you to look inward and rediscover the boundless potential within you. You are the architect of your life, the author of your story, and the master of your destiny. The power to create is in your hands, and the universe is eager to collaborate with you. In the words of an old but timeless truth, ask, and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock, and the door will be opened to you. Dare to ask, dare to seek, and dare to knock, because the universe responds to the courage of those who dream. So go forth with clarity, confidence, and purpose. Dream boldly, believe deeply, act decisively. And remember, the universe doesn't just reflect your desires, it magnifies them. Whatever you hold in your heart, hold it with faith, for it is already on its way to you. Thank you for your time, your energy, and your willingness to embark on this journey of reflection and empowerment. The future is not something to wait for, it's something to create. Now it's your turn to shape it. Go and show the world what you are truly capable of. The universe is watching, and it's ready to respond.